Hi, I'm Darlene Carman.
And I'm Doug Carman.
And welcome to the show. The spices on my shelf used to last for years. I would use a little bit of nutmeg and cloves and pumpkin and occasionally a little curry in a favorite recipe, cinnamon in my oatmeal. But things have changed since we listened to Kitty Wells talk about the power of spices. And now we put spice in everything. Just look what a little spice did for my hair. Just kidding. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Darlene. I'm pleased to be here.
Yeah. What made you add spice in your life, and how did you go about doing it?
Well, I'll make a long story short.
Okay.
Okay. I have been in Silicon Valley for 20 years in the high-tech industry. So how did I go from tech exec to spice geek?
Yeah.
So a few years ago, and a few days before Christmas, I had just negotiated this juicy $250,000 deal with a big client. And they told me it's all approved. We've got 5 levels of approval, 1 more signature. And they called me a few days before Christmas and said we've canceled. You know, the economy was in a free fall. No, you know, they're cutting everything.
Yeah.
So it didn't seem like it at the time, but that turned out to be a really great gift because it gave me time to really reflect what was going on in my life. And I realized there was something about this lifestyle that I had chronic fatigue, arthritis, aches and pains. You know, I just felt like I was getting really old really fast because it was in this fast lane kind of world. And it caused me to reflect about what did I really enjoy in life. And one of those is traveling, and traveling to these exotic cultures. Here's a couple. This is from Burma. I've been to Burma a number of times.
So that first one over there.
Well, let's give the chance that they can take a shot of the pictures of Burma.
Burma, okay.
Burma, I've been to Burma, India, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, all these places that are very spicy cultures. And I really get into the customs and the people, enjoying the food. And I noticed the people, even in some of the poorest places in the world, like Burma, for instance, they have beautiful skin, and they're healthy, and they're
teeth. And that lady is fantastic.
Is that fabulous? And she's older, and they have energy, and for the most part, they're extremely handsome, healthy people. And
so what do we have over here? We got some more?
Well, and also the food. The food, I noticed all their food. They eat fresh. They're not eating packaged, processed food.
Yeah.
And then I also started seeing all these scientific studies about spices. And thinking, there must be something to these people and these spices they're eating. And that's exactly what brought all the researchers to look at spices closer, because they look at the people in these spice cultures and their health. And so I really had a lot of time on my hands, so I started reading all the research.
Wow.
And there are really, literally thousands of studies. And I was so fascinated by this. And I started experimenting. I'd taken a lot of cooking classes and started making spice concoctions. And then last year I was invited to Costa Rica to come speak about spices.
Nice.
And I actually got to go to a farm where they're growing turmeric, where they're growing ginger.
Is that right over here?
That's this.
That's take a shot of that.
You know, that's pulling the turmeric fresh out of this warm tropical earth. And then taking the ginger, you know, these big, enormous ginger roots. And I realized I was just so hooked on spices, I couldn't go back to the high-tech world. So here I've become the spice geek.
Definitely a spice geek.
The spice geek. And I also, during this, also very interested in aging. I think a lot of us are. It's a big topic for a lot of people. I started correlating, again, some of the health benefits of spices and why we age, and I really started looking into why did I have the wrinkles and the weight gain and the, little brain fog and those aches and pains, and what's causing all this. So I started looking into it, and I discovered what I call the fast track tickets to aging.
Okay.
These are like some of the things that really make you age faster. And this one's free radical damage. And this is just from breathing oxygen, eating food, metabolizing. Our body creates free radicals, but also in processed food, pollution, plastics. You know, we're completely surrounded and with free radicals, and we need all the antioxidants we can get to help with that. So, shall we?
Who needs that? Yeah.
This helps get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't need it.
But if you have free radicals, then again, will cause chronic inflammation. And this is the kind of that low-level kind of inflammation that you don't even feel, you might not even know you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's some of the same things. It's processed foods.
And that can be anywhere in your body.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. And of course, it leads to a lot of other things. You know, it's at the
arthritis. Is that one?
Arthritis. Yeah. It's at the base of almost every degenerative disease known. And
Alzheimer's and all that too. Memory loss, brain fog.
All those things.
Yeah. And I got a lot of that brain fog.
So this is a ticket. We want to cancel that ticket. Yeah. Here's another one of those tickets to fast track aging. And insulin resistance, a lot of people might say, well, I'm not diabetic, it doesn't apply to me. But it turns out just about everybody over 40 is at least a bit insulin resistant.
Yeah, they're getting it when they get older. I hear this all the time.
Well, actually younger.
Diabetes.
They're getting younger.
Too. Now,
younger.
Yes.
People in their 20s can be insulin resistant.
It's hard for me to believe.
Even children.
Yes.
And it comes from when
it's an imbalance of some sort, right?
Well, it's from eating processed carbs like white flour, donuts, cookies, sugar, and your blood sugar goes up, and you keep spiking your blood sugar over and over, sodas, juices.
And then you crave it.
Well,
that's my theory.
Part of
you crave it and you want more.
Well, that's when you get out of balance, and the cravings have to do with another hormone called leptin. But once you get insulin resistance, it causes this whole cycle of craving. And so this is another, this accelerates aging as well. You're not metabolizing as well, and it's part of the weight gain. That little spare tire, you know, that's hard to get off. Get rid of that one. No. Get rid of that one.
Get rid of that one.
That's right. That's right. So this glycation's one a lot of people don't really understand. This is very related to insulin resistance because it comes a lot from eating a high glycemic diet. And this is why eating sugar causes wrinkles. It's something called advanced glycation in products, ages. It causes tough, wrinkled tissue. Ooh. Wrinkles, we don't like that. And it's not just skin, it's not just wrinkles. It can affect your eyes, you know, macular degeneration, your kidneys, your brain. And it comes from spiking your blood sugar up and down, and that's glycation,
Too
glycemic.
often, it just keeps going, and finally this ends up with
That's
glycation.
Right. It creates that in your tissues. Yeah, and they call type 2 diabetes. They call it glycation on steroids.
We don't want
that.
Get rid of that. So luckily, I've discovered spices actually are very beneficial in helping cancel these tickets.
So which ones have the maximum benefits?
These are the ones right here. I call these the superstars. This is ginger. Ginger.
And this is ginger.
Turmeric. No, that's turmeric. See, look at this.
They look alike.
Well, that's because they are botanical first cousins.
Oh, well, is this the ground ginger there?
That's the ground ginger, and this is the ground turmeric.
See how pretty it is?
And look when
see, it's very orange.
Look when you cut this open, what it looks like.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that
well,
pretty?
maybe the camera can.
Now, could you eat it like this?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Just like this? You could pickle it or serve it in your food?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not too strong?
No.
Like, it'd be like ginger. Ginger's okay.
It's actually pretty pretty mild because like it takes about 10 times the volume of these fresh roots
We
to
should
make
make
powder.
Doug try that.
And you know, it grows in Hawaii. In Hawaii, they just like cut it up in the salad.
And everything.
You can put it in your smoothies. You can stir fry with it. But it's
I didn't know
hard
that.
to get here.
Yeah, I've
I
never
got this
seen
at
it.
Rainbow in San Francisco. But it's a really, this is like nature's miracle drug. It's good for your brain.
But you could grow this. You know, we used to grow sunchokes, and they look a little bit like this, except more round. But I mean, if you put that in the ground, don't you think it would root?
I think it takes a tropical climate, and that's where spices actually, they only grow in a band 10, 15 degrees around. Yeah, around the
15
equator.
degrees each side of the equator.
Exactly.
Equator.
Exactly. And so you know, the ancient Polynesians took it with them to Hawaii, you know, thousands
That's
of years ago.
how it started growing there.
In Hawaii. It's been used in India over 6,000 years. It's highly prized in the Ayurvedic medicine. But it works on and now all these ancient uses of it, the scientists are starting to study. There's over 5,000 peer-reviewed scientific reports on turmeric. It's
just
one of
on
the,
that.
Turmeric?
Well, turmeric, and here is this is the extract of turmeric, and it's called curcumin. And this is there's about 3 to 5% of curcumin in the turmeric. And this one is used quite often in the research. In places like the MD Anderson Cancer Center, UCLA is studying brain health. Oxford, in the University of Michigan, they're looking how this keeps your cellular membranes organized. I mean, it's just the most amazing herb.
So you get 2 for 1. If you eat the turmeric, you're getting this one too.
Yes.
See?
And the turmeric, the whole turmeric actually has a lot of different compounds. This is just the one that they've identified as the most bioactive. But it's got, I think it's about 600 bioactive compounds in the turmeric.
Wow.
You know, so really eating whole turmeric is very beneficial. But you have to, like here in America, you'll see a recipe. It'll say use 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry,
Yes.
that's not going to do you a lot of good. Now, if you go to India, if you go to Burma, they buy it by the kilo.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's in everything.
Yeah.
So the more you eat, the better. So that's what I'm working on, how to eat more turmeric. And just quickly, ginger, universal medicine in Chinese medicine.
That's good for your stomach.
It's stomach. It's also highly anti-inflammatory. And that inflammation is what is at the root of so many things.
That would help so many
I think
things.
it's got 47 different antioxidant compounds in it.
Wow.
Now, I had a cold last week and a sore throat, and I craved lemon. So I put lemon in everything. What spice would have been good for me to take that I didn't take?
Well, if you'd gone to the Indian grandmother, she would know. And this is the home remedy from India, where you take a teaspoon of turmeric in some hot milk and some honey, and you could add some ginger, and drink that, and your cold will disappear. They use it for everything.
So like a half a teaspoon or
whole teaspoon.
A whole teaspoon.
It actually tastes surprisingly good
Well,
with the honey. You need a little honey.
I put a lot of it in my oatmeal now, you know, instead of just cinnamon.
Yeah. Oh, well, cinnamon is the other superstar when it comes to the research. And that is, the USDA is looking at how cinnamon helps control blood sugar sensitivity.
And that brings up a quick question. In your talk the last time we heard, you'd mentioned there's 2 varieties of cinnamon.
Right.
And there's one that isn't so healthy for you and one that's
Right.
healthier.
Actually, if you're going to take it for health benefits, like on a daily basis, you know, you need to take like 1/4 gram to a gram a day. And that's about roughly 1/4 teaspoon to about 1/2 teaspoon. Now, the cinnamon that you find in grocery stores everywhere in America, it's all cassia, which is a Chinese cinnamon, or Vietnamese, or Burmese. And that's a different but very related plant than true cinnamon, which comes from Ceylon, the old name. It's now Sri Lanka and Madagascar. So true cinnamon is milder and sweeter. And so here we go for that more powerful, pungent cassia.
Yeah.
So if you're going to take cinnamon on a daily basis, the cassia actually has a high level of coumarins, and that can cause liver damage in some people.
So you want to stay away from that, from the grocery store.
Right.
And find the...
and
it's fine for cooking, but for health, you would want to switch.
Yeah, if you use it, you know, once in a while, it's fine.
Sure.
But on a daily basis, it builds up in your liver.
Wow.
And actually, the damage can be reversible, luckily, but who wants to, you know, damage their liver at all? So.
Yeah, right. Oh, God.
So.
Well, let's see. Are you gonna? I think you're gonna show us some stuff now. We better get on to it.
Well, I want to show you like
one more thing. One more thing. I did bring my own curry from I don't know how many years. Okay, and I bought a new one now. But the difference between the two curry, this one stinks.
It does.
And it wouldn't even tell me what spices are in it.
I wouldn't either.
What's wrong with this? Because I know it's old, but it smelled like this when I got it. What's
really?
it? What's?
You know what? Curry is not a single, you know, entity. It's a blend. It's what they call a masala of different spices.
Yeah.
And this one smells, well, it does smell stale.
It's going in the garbage, don't worry.
There's this spice, it almost smells like there's some kokum, which is a sour spice from South India.
It's horrible.
It's
but
kind of
the one I
weird.
bought now is wonderful, and I'm putting it in everything, and it doesn't smell. He never knows what I'm cooking with. He always knew when I was cooking with this one. It's just,
well, you know,
there's so much to learn.
When you find a curry blend you like, stick with that one because, you know, they're all different.
They're all different.
Blends. They're all different.
I never thought of that. Well, let's see what we're going to make.
Let's see what you're going to have.
Yeah.
We got stuff
we gotta
So now I'm going to put turmeric in everything.
Fine.
Yes. Okay, so here, like, one of my pet peeves about salads, you think, you know, you've got a beautiful, healthy salad, and then you put some bottled dressing on it, and then with that bottled dressing, you're adding all this, often sugar.
Yeah.
The oils are often like either corn oil or soy oil, or these very inflammatory. Those cause inflammation, soy, corn, canola. So, you know, you're kind of wrecking your fabulous salad.
Canola's not good.
Well, it's
olive
got a lot
oil?
of olive oil's great.
Olive oil's
You want olive oil?
Well, we got 2 minutes, so we're
flaxseed.
fine.
Okay,
We're fine.
So here, this is just a real simple vinaigrette. Once you start making your own, you'll never go back. Just some balsamic vinegar. I've got a teaspoon of mustard in there. And it's, you'll see
Real
how
spicy mustard, it looks like.
Yeah, and you'll see how quick and easy it is. And this is a kind of a Mediterranean thing, but it's using turmeric. You can really use turmeric in everything almost.
Now that's a teaspoon.
Now you're getting your health.
teaspoon.
And it's not, but it's not hot. That's the whole thing, is it's not really hot.
I even put 2 teaspoons in that much.
Yeah.
I think a lot of
most people think of spices as they're hot, and we're finding out from you that it's not. That's a myth.
Yeah.
Chili might be
Well,
considered,
yeah.
but not these spices.
You know, chilies are definitely hot. They've got capsaicin, and that's what makes them hot. And capsaicin actually has a lot of health benefits for your circulation and your blood.
It smells good.
And then these are Mediterranean herbs. It's thyme.
Rosemary?
Well, no, it's thyme and oregano. And actually, all these recipes are on my website.
And you can buy herb mixes like that, or do you have to do?
Well, you know, that was just a teaspoon of thyme and a teaspoon of oregano.
So you just mixed up a little of that?
Yeah. You can actually get Mediterranean or French blend spices. Herbs. And then garlic is good in everything.
Oh, yes.
That's about two cloves of garlic. And you see how fast and easy this is?
That's very fast.
And then you just slowly pour in.
Is that olive oil?
This, you know, I was out of olive oil and I used grapeseed oil.
Oh.
That's another really great one. You can get it a lot of grocery stores
I've been using
now.
a lot
But
of
olive
sesame oil.
is great.
What about sesame oil? I've been using that in place of olive oil. Not for cooking, but for sauces and marinades. Is that okay? Is that
It's
a good
okay. It's still got a little higher omega-6 ratio. I wouldn't use it exclusively.
A lot.
But it's got some other good polyphenols in it, actually. Sesame is generally good. So there we go. We've got this nice, healthy salad.
It's thick too. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's got body.
It's got body.
Yeah.
That's the mustard.
Yeah.
And now people have often asked me, they say, well, I've heard so many good things about turmeric. What the heck do I do with it?
Yeah.
Well, there you've got 2 teaspoons right there.
Yeah.
And so
People wouldn't know.
Right, and then that's going to bring all kinds of the health benefits of the turmeric.
Yeah.
And see, it's so easy. Now, here's another thing.
And nothing's processed. It's not like you got it in a bottle and
It's so fast. I make double recipes of it and keep it in the fridge, you know, because it goes so fast.
Yeah.
And then you just get more and more turmeric. And those Mediterranean herbs also have a lot of good antioxidants and a lot of good compounds in those.
Wow.
And you actually will change your genetic expression if you eat these spices on a regular basis. Did you know that? That's what that's what the studies, the scientists are finding.
Explain genetic
expression.
Yeah.
Well, as we get older, it's not that you just have genetics. Over time, your genes change. That's part of getting older. And you can turn on and off different genes that express certain things, in particular around inflammation. Like depending on what you eat, it can stimulate what's called transcription factors in each cell that then tell your DNA to turn on or turn off different genes. And that's actually part of a big part of what causes inflammation is what you're eating.
So you have the built-in factors or the genetics built in.
Right.
You can turn them off or turn them on.
That's right. And food, there's a whole new study called nutrigenomics, which is nutrition and genomics. And they're finding that these phytonutrients, they're called, like what makes this pepper yellow and you know the carrots orange, those pigments and colors are actually compounds, like in the turmeric and the ginger and the cinnamon, that actually turn genes on and off.
I noticed you have something else.
Okay, quickly. See, these are some really quick recipes. I think we're going to get these all made. Okay, so this is Total Tonic. This is a spice beverage mix, and I'm just going to add, instead of using water, it makes a really delicious chai, but I can also add it to yogurt. And just mix.
So this is
I'm into Greek yogurt now.
Yeah, this is
Greek
yogurt.
It's got more protein.
Yeah.
It's got way more protein.
Yeah, this is plain Greek yogurt, as a matter of fact.
Super.
You just stir that in there, and the Total Tonic already has ginger, cinnamon, turmeric. It has curcumin and green tea extract.
Wow.
And so it's a really healthy, delicious instant chai, but it's also an instant delicious sauce, because you know all those yogurts with fruit in them, got so much sugar in them.
Got a lot of
They
sugar,
do.
and they're really not that good for you.
They're not, and so they're.
So this is for a fruit salad.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we just put that. We have, and berries are particular, you know, see the colors in the berries.
Blueberries.
The blueberries and the cherries and the pomegranates. You just, let's just do that. See how fast this is? So this can be breakfast, it can be a snack, and I've served this at dinner parties. It gets big wows.
Oh boy!
You know, see how easy and fast these and delicious. There we go. So just sort of layer that up, and there you've got like a dessert fit for a dinner party.
Super.
Or you can just make yourself feel really special by making yourself something so pretty. And let's put some orange.
Very nice presentation.
Oh well, let's keep going. Little mint.
Mint, just clove or something.
There we go.
Little mint, huh?
Little mint. And then, of course, eat the mint, too. The mint is not just for show. There you go. See how fast?
That's super.
We're going to fit all our recipes in.
Yep, we got
Here's
one
a
more.
marinade. Here's a marinade. I'm going to, what I have here is this is orange, the rind and the juice of 2 oranges, some soy sauce, and this is a bit of sesame oil for flavor, as well as grapeseed or olive oil. You put that together.
What would you marinate? What would you put in there?
Well, first we're going to put in our 2 teaspoons of turmeric. Yes, and a teaspoon of ginger.
Wow.
And so this is now more an Asian flavor.
So more for chicken or pork, maybe?
It's fabulous. Chicken, pork. It's good with beef. Chicken, pork, and fish.
Where can people see you?
Let's see. I will be doing demonstrations in the Bay Area over the summer. And so they should come to our website and sign up for our newsletter, and then I'll tell them where we're going to be.
Okay.
We're going to be also at the New Living Expo in San Francisco in April. I'm going to do a talk like this there. And I'll be at
When is that? It's on the website, but when is it?
April 31st, I believe.
Okay.
I'll be doing anti-aging secrets in the Spice Rack at the New Living Expo.
Excellent.
And then I'll be at the Life Extension Conference. That's March 31st and April 1st in San Francisco. And I'll be talking about spices as nature's designer drugs for
Well, you know, you're also writing a book.
clever.
I'm interested in this book. Tell me about this book.
It is called Totally Turmeric. Because
Just on the turmeric.
So you're gonna
Because
focus.
I read so many articles, they say turmeric, it makes curry yellow. Well, okay.
Yeah.
There's so much
So
you
what?
can do with it, and I can guarantee it's going to be filled with recipes that are delicious, that are fast, and that you've never heard of. Because I've been like studying turmeric now.
So when you get this
change
book
your
out-
genetic expression,
That's
right?
right. We want our genes.
When you get this book out, I'd
Yeah.
like to read it.
Yeah.
And maybe you come back and we'll do some more.
I'd totally
Like,
love to.
that'd be great.
I'll have a lot of
So
good
I gotta
turmeric
wait
recipes.
a year or so? Or
Hopefully a couple of months.
Good.
Oh.
Good.
Couple of months.
I'm very
Yeah.
anxious to see this. I learned so much. Both of us did.
Oh,
We learned
yeah,
so
so
much.
just
We really
excited.
are putting spice in everything. So,
Wonderful. That's what I want. I am the evangelist for spices, the spice geek.
I don't know anybody else. That is, you
Yeah.
are speaking for. Somebody's got to speak for spice out there. So, thanks for watching the show. Watch again. Check the website, and you'll have some recipes that you saw today. Okay.
Great. Thank you.